Simon here. I'm going to read you the introduction to The View Over the Wall. The View Over the Wall is a book that got within the top 2% of books in body, mind and spirit on Amazon. This is the introduction. So it's snowing and most of the world goes indoors. The roads are treacherous and the pathways aren't much better. It's cold too, very cold, but the wind stopped, so there's little in the way of a chill factor. The lights are getting low, it's twilight, and somehow everything is becoming sharper and more focused. We've already been out and walked the dogs, but Ross, my son, now an adult, wants to go out and use the sledge he was given 4 years ago. I'm reluctant. The front room is warm, the fire is crackling gently, and there is an appealing smell of wood smoke. The flames are dancing yellow and orange around the timbers I split a few hours ago, but my wife virtually wrestles me into my coat and hat, and laughing, I put my boots on and off we go. Sledging on the drive is not great. There's no gravity to assist us and the snow is very fine and grips too much. We take off for a local slope. Once there, the first thing I do is fall off and land on my rear so hard it jars my jaw, but you know what, it doesn't matter. I pick myself up and have another go. Eventually I manage a reasonable slide, not as gracefully as Ross or over such a long distance. That matters, and here's why. You have to live for the moment. If you've read my last book, The 3-Year Pond, and if you haven't, shame on you, you should have. You'll know why this is so important. So catch the moment. When people ask me what are the best things about being self-employed or responsible for my own life and the decisions I make, the first thing I always say is I've been fortunate to never miss a school sports day or performance, assembly or parents' evening throughout his whole time in school. As a parent, these are the events that can never be replaced if you miss them. And after that, there are so many other events that life presents itself. And Ross at that moment wanted to go messing about in the snow with his dad, the first chance we'd had in 4 years. In February 2018, Blitz, Scruffy, our dogs, and I got driven through by a bloke in a pickup truck. We were walking up Church Hill in our village. It was 6:30 in the morning. It was dark, but the road is street lit and wide enough for 2 cars, albeit it would be tight to add a pedestrian and 2 dogs. We were walking on the right, facing the traffic, as you should do, and even though we had seen that driver on many mornings, this morning he just hugged the edge of the road. I'm thinking, he'll pull out in a minute, he'll pull out in a minute, until I realised he wasn't going to. Scruffy was already halfway up the bank. I jumped, but Blitz took the full impact. I don't think the driver would have stopped if his wing mirror hadn't hit me and flipped back. Blitz had his pelvis broken in 3 places and his femur had been pushed through the socket. We didn't let him come back round from the sedation he'd received for the x-rays. Needless and senseless, however you want to look at it. But what it did do was remind me that life is fragile, in one sense, and in one way anyway. Have I got your attention? The Kindle is available on Amazon. The paperback book launch is on the 1st of October. If you'd like to come along, buy a copy, get it signed, let me know, and we'll get you an invite. Message Simon Pollard. Thank you.
Never let you go.